All right. So here I am. I'm going live, and thank you, Lisa, for posting that on the group wall because now I'm trying going live from my phone instead of my laptop. So each of you can see that now we can broadcast straight into the group from our phones, and I can host several, up to 10 people with me from my phone. And of course, they say make sure you have really good Wi Fi, which I do. But other than that, pretty awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Because honestly, this just is another way for us to go live, isn't it? So now you don't have to have a laptop or a computer in order to go live. You can just go live right on your phone and bring up to 10 people with you. Now, I know that many of you have tried and attempted to go up to 10 people. I see up to 6, and I don't think I see past that because I do recall in previous courses that the connection kind of got a little shaky. So maybe not up to 10. Yay, we made it! Woo! Saturday morning over here. And I am just popping on live. Did anybody sleep last night? Anybody? Anybody at all? I sure didn't. Oh my God. The energy came in and it was straight heart palps and overheating. My mind was racing, pressure through the top of my head. And you could just feel the energy everywhere around was just really like at a high level. So I'm just wondering if anybody else noticed that. Oh yeah, like finally StreamYard, come on. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Not much sleep at all. Yeah, had a hard time sleeping. Yeah, crazy energies indeed. Yeah, you woke up a bunch. Laura, you're cracking me up. Ah, yeah, I think I might maybe slept 2 hours, maybe if that. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? Yeah, just the same as me. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild ride. Just wild. Snap. Yeah, I feel pretty alert considering. Yeah, it's a good point, Mary. Like no sleep, but lots of energy. I'm gonna be like that little kid with the little vacuum on the commercials. Oh, your dog was having a rough time. Our little earth angels. Yeah. So, does anybody have any questions for me while I'm waiting for any questions, about what is going on in the course and so on and so forth? I'm just going to go over a few quick things. There's going to be tomorrow and the next day, anytime Tuesday morning, and anytime from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock on Tuesday, that you can schedule practice times. So there's lots of time for you to practice left. And I'll be doing the trivia at noon Pacific Daylight Time on Tuesday, and then giving a free reading to whomever wins. And then I will be closing the group at 4 o'clock PDT. And then everyone will have all of the course material sent to them. The base course material will be emailed to you along with ebooks. And I think it's something along the lines of like 22 videos. So you guys are going to be real busy recapping. Now, what you want to do as soon as you see it come into your inbox is you want to right click on whichever video you'd like to download to your laptop or computer and keep, not your phone. You can't download these files to your phone. So you can download these and I will have them up for 5 days for you to download. Okay, 5 days. I'm also going to say that in the email as well so that you know, okay, I got 5 days. I'm going to download everything that I would like to keep and go over and over again. in weeks and months and years to come. It's just a lot of energy coming in. So there's a lot of, when I did lay down and finally sleep, there's a lot of vivid dreams, heart palps, a lot of energy, overheating. It's just incoming energy. So it just ramps up to 10 out of 10. Last night was a solid 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah. I don't hone in and analyze my dreams right now because I just know that it's being my dream state is being influenced by this energy, this frequency. So there's no point in me trying to dissect what is happening with my dreams, because good luck with that. I say, yeah, that's really good. You go outside. Yeah, yeah. So you can imagine, like, this is something that's going to increase worldwide, and the main thing you can do is just, take some deep breaths, drink water, go outside and ground yourself. You can ask the energy to step back if it really becomes too much, but there are times where I ask for that and it doesn't happen. It just keeps coming. So after the course, there are groups that are available, and I'm going to have Amanda and Phyllis post their group at the very last day. And I'm not sure if you are able to continue practicing in that group, but that is a group to be available. I don't think so, Laura, because I've asked. There's no like family lines. Some work with each other on a regular basis, or they know of each other, so they are maybe more familiar with each other. But some are just very they just for example, like when Jesus comes in, I'll see angels bow to him. Does that mean that they know him really well, or are they just in awe of his presence and his energy? So, I'm sure not every single, well, maybe, never say never. Every single soul's angel and every single soul has worked with Jesus one-on-one. I don't think so. But they sure revere him like immensely. Yeah, so there's a couple of groups you can join if you like, to continue practicing if you like. So the other way that you can go about doing things is you can register for the Mediumship 102 course, and that is coming August 15th until the 22nd. And if you want to learn more about that, you can go to my Facebook page, Kristen Davies page on Facebook, or you can go to KristenDaviesMedium.com. And there are 13 spaces left in that course coming up. I'll put more details on the group wall on the last day as well, so you can look it up then. And of course, Ashley Cunningham has her next angelic Reiki group healing, which has been, like, the feedback has been incredible each time that she's offered this. And that is coming up in July, and that will be $25. I think it's July 25th, and it's only $25. Usually if you get a one-on-one angelic Reiki session, that's like $75 to $100. So $25 is a great, she's doing us all a solid. Let's put it that way. And of course, you can read more up on that on channelingwithlove.com, but she'll put more details on the last day of the course as well. And then, of course, she has her Starseed course coming up, which I'm really excited about. She's revamped it quite a bit. I'm assisting her, and that's going to be August 1st to the 7th. And that's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. So that'll be just more individualized, seeing where you're from, and you know, you have all those questions about where you're from and why are you here, and you know, you can get those answered in that course. Yes, the business course that me and Ashley are going to be running, we've moved that to December because our hands are getting quite full. And so in December is when we will be offering that. So if you want to learn more on how to build your business online, and I mean the nitty gritty details, then you'll come and join that. Because a lot of people develop a website and they just think, okay, everybody's going to come to me now. And it just doesn't work that way. You know, people come because they come for you. They come to connect with you and learn from you. So how can you showcase you? And your website is like a landing page for them to learn more about stuff. Yes. The answer is yes, son. Yes, that is correct. They will continue working with you, and as soon as you're watching those videos back again, they're coming through again. Now, it depends too, right? Like if you're having a lot of integration of energy and you're fatigued and tired, they might not come through as full throttle as they did the first time. But you'll watch these videos like months and years down the road, and you'll have to tell me what you feel when you watch them. That'll be really cool. But all I ever get on YouTube is feedback from videos that I've done 2 years ago, um, from people that are having just the most incredible experiences. Yeah, that's going to be coming, Rachel, in December. And that is also up on my website. And you can read more about that then there. And also on my Facebook page. And that's going to be $199 for a 3-day workshop. And that's delving into every aspect of what has worked, not only for myself, but for Ashley Cunningham. So yeah, that's going to be great. And you know what's really interesting is you learn as you go along, and then you find individuals that really help you, that are trained in business and or can help you with your website and getting your website out there more, etc., etc., etc. Like how do you put YouTube thumbnails together, and how do you put posters together? How do you put Instagram posts together? There's so much involved in an online business. So basically what I'm doing is I'm showcasing what I've learned over the years from individuals that have taught me. And I'm like a sponge. So I'm really passionate about what I do. And so basically put, I lap it up. In the beginning, they do, Caroline. Now, you know, like right now, my guardian angel, she loves coming in on my right side. So I just go, oh, yeah, there she is. Especially when I go live, she's always in the same place when I go live on camera. So it's not like I have to search for her. Not that it would take me long, it would take me about 0.5 seconds. But she just consistently stays in the one spot. So I know exactly where to turn to talk to her, and I can feel her there. So, but you know, if you're on your day to day, you're on your own and you're not on camera, they might move around a bit. But you can ask them, I'd like you to stay on this one side so I know exactly where you are. You can talk with them and ask them to do that. Okay, so I have Poppy coming on with me to practice first. But just before I go live with Poppy, I'm going to channel a message for Caroline. And this way, Caroline will hear the answer to her question. This is Caroline from Sweden, not Ireland. And so I am going to pop that up. There I am. So that she gets that. There she is. Caroline Nilsson. All right. So I'm going to just ask her angels to step forward, and I am going to channel a message for her. Boop. And we'll see what comes through. It's your male guardian angel. I'm talking with him about what you've asked, and he's just stopping me in my tracks. And he's like, I already know. I'm like, okay, thank you. You know, the moment something is sent, or the moment you say something, or the moment that you type something, or the second that you write something down, it doesn't take much for them to get that information. It takes like literally 2 seconds. People think, oh, I'm here all by myself. You're so not. And they can hear your thoughts. They can hear the words you speak. It was really an eye-opener for me when I first got going, because I was kind of surprised at the fact that I basically realized that, oh, they can hear me too. Oh boy, you think things are private, right? Up until you realize, oh, when you learn about channeling, you realize, oh, no, nothing's private. But this is your divine team here. They see this for what it really, really is. Okay, so Caroline. Okay, so do you want to come in a little closer and we'll start? Here he comes. Okay, so the message for you is, Caroline, please do not take things too seriously, in that this is a process, a journey in which you will open your channels further to better have a better open communication over time as you practice. Know that we are not far away. We are a short distance away. And it is important for you to know this. It started with tingling in Kristen's fingertips too. He's smiling. And then as she practiced, it became stronger. Out of the head more and into the heart. Out of the head and into the heart. That's what we suggest for you moving forward. Continue practicing, relearning, and rewatching the material that will be sent to you. And know that you are never, ever alone. Never alone. If you wish for things to be made easier, please call upon us to do so. And so as soon as you ask for things to be made easier in certain parts of your life, so, you know, for me, I just go, okay, I'm open to help in all areas. Thank you. This or something better. Thank you. And I just kind of give them the full range. Like I just give them full reign. And that way they can bring in something or something better. And then, as he's saying right now, it's important for you to go within, come from the heart space more so rather than the head space, in order to hear their guidance and where they are encouraging you, guiding you, coaching you, and soon helping and assisting you. Important to not step in your own way. So the fear of things, the unknown, or a different direction can hold us back. So, but if you feel a nudge or a pull in a certain direction, please follow their lead. He says, thank you, dear one. This has been a good start for you. Opening you further. Moving you from the head space into the heart space. Yes. Yes, it has. Thank you, dear one. Okay. That was very lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to bring on Poppy, and Poppy and me are going to start practicing on each of your questions, okay? So Poppy, I have sent you the link to your messenger, and so if you want to check that out and come and join me. Now, she may be already here, but what I'll have to do is, there she is. Okay, so I am going to bring on Poppy to stream. And I'm going to add on Joseph too. Awesome. And unmuting Joseph. Okay, Joseph, I think you're muted on your end. For some reason. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
A little better.
Yeah, it's a little better. So are you guys ready to practice?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for me before we begin practicing? And you go right ahead. This is the time.
Could I ask? It's been happening for over 3 years.
Oh boy.
During the night, I kind of wake up in a sleep state. There's writing all over the walls and
I've
the
heard
ceilings.
this before. Yeah.
And I didn't know what it was, but today Phyllis posted something that looks just like it. And I'm...
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
So basically it might be light language.
That's what was going through my head, but I know nothing about it, you see.
Yeah.
And I know that Metatron works with me. And so I wasn't sure whether it was...
Oh, yeah. Individuals who work with Metatron often will see different symbols. It's amazing the stuff that I've heard over the last 3 years. People will wake up and see writing on the walls, and it's glowing or moving. And this is something I've probably heard, I would go in the range of 5 to 10 times.
Okay.
So it's not too surprising for me.
Yeah.
Let's ask who's putting the writing on the walls. Who is putting on the writing on the walls? I'm getting a chuckling and strong male. It's Archangel Metatron and his team. He's been working with you for a number of years, he says.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. He does this. I'll say what he's saying, and then he gives me a thumbs up to confirm that's what he's saying.
Okay.
He's just smiling warmly. He says there's nothing to be concerned about. You are receiving information when you're in your dream or your sleep state.
Yeah.
But then at times you wake up and you're still seeing and receiving the information. It's just that you see it.
Yeah.
And it's just for a brief time. It's not like you're sitting there for like 30 minutes or an hour, right? It's brief.
Oh no. It's long enough for me to know that I'm awake.
Yeah.
And it's still there, and then it dissipates. Yeah.
He's telling me it's just for brief time.
Yeah.
And then it dissipates. Okay, so let's see. Do you want to He's just saying light language would be something that you would be very good at.
Okay.
If you care to investigate or delve into that. He wants you to know that he's got his hand on your shoulder and he's saying that he will come along with you if you chose to take that path and practice, and he will be right by your side to assist you. Okay, and he's dusting off his hands. How cool is that? Now, is this, I'm just going to ask him, this light language, this information that's coming in, is it coming in for any specific, it's just a steady stream of incoming information? It's activating certain, he's calling them channels. So I'm assuming this must be your chakra system. Oh. Wow. He's right in my right ear and it's like hurting my eardrum. Yeah. He says that he's showing it to me. It's opening and activating certain channels of frequency, energy is what he's trying to, I know there's more to it than this, but this is what this human brain can take on in the short time that we have, is that certain streams of information. So it's activating and opening certain channels within you to bring in other streams of information, consciousness, your consciousness, in order to receive light codes, light language, steady stream through your vessel. What you choose to do with that is in your hands. He says you don't have to learn light language if you don't feel like you want to, but a lot of different things will open and shift within you as you move forward, as they already have.
Yes. Yeah.
So with these light codes, it will like direct you to move in a certain direction in life.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened already.
Yeah.
Very strong redirections or directions.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is like sending way up, way out, and opening those channels. I almost see like, okay, well, there's heaven, and then these channels are opening towards you, and he's just saying yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I know it's very powerful because
he's very powerful.
As soon as Metatron comes near, my glasses steam up.
I bet they do. He has the strongest build and the biggest wings. He presents that way to me. And his wings are like a mixture of white and like taupe and or brown, and they're huge off his back. And he comes in with massive strength, and he doesn't joke around a whole lot like Archangel Michael. He's just more direct and straight to the point. So if he's trying to get your attention, there's no beating around the bush here.
No.
Okay. So does Joseph have a question for me?
Nope, we're good.
I love it. Okay, so let's see what we can channel for everybody else. So what we can do is I'm going to look at their questions. I'm going to read them to you, and then each of you can depending on where you're feeling comfortable, you can have the safety net of the cards, or you can try practicing without the cards first and then try a card. And we'll see how that goes. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this is just going to be practice first. Just give me a second. Mute myself out and back up. I go. All right. Here we go. We're going to back the horse up so we can get people's questions. All right. So, how exciting. You guys are going to come on and channel for everybody. And like I reiterate 1 billion times and a half that, we don't have to get it perfect and we don't have to get it right every time. That's not what this is about. A little baby learning to walk, we wouldn't do that to a little baby. So we're not going to do that to ourselves. Okay, here we go. Okay, Melody is asking, what modalities should I develop in my light work? So is there any, okay, so is there anything that comes into your mind, like you might get something like Reiki, jewelry, could be massage, it could be just continuing to practice with channeling, it could be, and you can pull a card if you feel like you would like to, or not. See where you're drawn. You might be feeling drawn to the cards or not.
I feel immediately, Kristin, that Melody is a natural healer. And I think jewelry is the hobby that she enjoys very, very much. But healing comes from the heart. And I think that is a route that is definitely open to her, probably a bit quicker than the jewelry business. That's what I'm sensing.
I agree. And I think that you can implement the jewelry business as you move along, if you'd like to, if you're ambitious enough, in with the healing practice, because you can infuse the jewelry with healing energy.
And that will bring in more money for her as well, because the infusion of angelic symbols or Reiki symbols, you know.
Yeah. How many people are doing a business right now online that we know of that are doing that?
Loads.
I don't know any over here. You know, loads, and I'm like, but people that are infusing archangels or angels energy into jewelry, I don't hear that.
Not in jewelry. Well, I only know
in healing, yes.
Healing.
Yes, but as far as jewelry infused energy into jewelry,
I only know one person, and she's based in.
Oh, you do?
Oregon, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Or Arizona.
Oh, in Arizona.
Yeah, and she does the Zebu symbols.
Oh, how cool!
Do you know her?
No.
Her name?
No. No.
Sorry.
I love it. You're in the UK and you're like, do you know her? I'm like, no. Oh, isn't that cool? So there's some good ideas for her. You know, that's some good ideas for Melody.
This has all been channeled as well, and unfortunately, that was my symbol there. That was my Facebook symbol.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And I spoke to her the other day, and she's got the patent for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I had to take it off. But that symbol means grateful. And since I've been using that,
shift to your right just a little bit, Poppy, because you're coming off. There we go. Yay! There you go. A good thing I'm helping here. You're so cute.
Yeah. So since using that symbol, stuff has been happening much quicker. You know. So, but I can't use it now.
Well, yeah. Now that you know whose it is, right? And
yeah,
you can still use it.
I will.
Just not online.
I can kind of trace it and things like that. So very much similar to the Reiki symbols, you see.
Right.
You can bring in different things using those symbols. So it's Melody can do that too.
Yeah, and you know, it's a feeling of a lot needs to shift within, and you know, like for me, for example, I was ready like 12 years ago, but they were like, nope.
Yeah.
Because I was doing a whole lot of this and a whole lot of this and a whole lot of like not taking care of myself.
I'll do it.
Yeah. So the angels are like, no. So let's see what Joseph has that's coming through.
Sure. For her, the modality question she was asking about is everything I'm getting was why just one?
Yeah. I agree.
There's no reason to do just one modality or just to pick one. You may want to excel at one or the other, but not to be so restrictful that way. I'm getting that more is more. So enjoy yourself and do things from readings, do your jewelry, put them on the tables with you. If you go to psychic shows or something to that effect, I mean, there's all sorts of different things to do with it. You could even change it up and do, one show do a reading table, another one do more of crystals and jewelry, another one do maybe a little massage or something, depending on what your certifications are. Just enjoy yourself with it. Don't limit yourself.
Totally agree. Couldn't agree more. And it's all about trusting and having faith and then stepping forward and just doing it.
Exactly.
There's like thinking about it. I was done thinking about it. I was like, I'm ready. But then I had to wait for the right time, divine timing. And then so when they came to me, I said no for a few months and then I was like, okay, I'm doing it. And when I do something, you guys know. I do it. And I never in a million years would have thought that the guidance from spirit would come in for me to do mediumship courses or, so I'm not just doing readings, but I'm also doing this and I'm also helping, Ashley with her courses. And it's really cool. So you just don't know where it's going to blossom.
I asked for this course over a year ago, not realizing, what would be manifesting because my heart had just been broken doing the mediumship and I felt so isolated because nobody believed. And most of them still don't believe. They think I'm, but I'm not bothered about that now because
certain parts of the world they just aren't ready.
And the thing is,
US
if I'm not doing this, it's not me. I don't feel like me. Part of me is missing, So on this course, there's just been, I've made friends and I know that, I get emotional thinking about it, but I know I'm going to be friends with them for forever.
Years. And you can call upon them and, if you need them, they'll be there for you in a drop of a hat.
Absolutely.
It's been, that's why I do what I do because I didn't have this support. It's so important.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So let's go to the next question and practice. Okay. Loretta would love some guidance in the regards to the future and about her two sons, Matthew and Zach. Will they be okay, especially Zach, as he does not know what to do now as he's just finished college and gets his results on the 20th of August. Okay, so let's just see what we can bring through with this question, okay? And you may need to pull a card. Okay. And if you're ready, Joseph, we'll have you go first. And if not, and you'd like Poppy to go first, it's up to you.
Good. We're good.
Okay, let's see what's coming through.
For Loretta and her two sons, I'm getting that her two sons are going to be just fine. Her two sons are just starting out in the world. They are energetic, searching, and it will come. They will be driven to different avenues. They're not going to be doing the same thing, even though they may have, as children growing up, they may have been follow the leader type thing. One goes after the other, but as time goes on, I get that they're going to be on different tracks, and they're both going to be successful and very happy in life.
I get the word patience.
Yeah.
I get the word patience more so for Loretta than her two sons.
Totally agree. Yeah, that's what I meant for Loretta. Yeah, patience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, her sons are going to be fine, and for her, it's more like patience is what.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep, totally agree. Okay, Poppy, what's happening?
I feel the same with Matthew and Zach as well. And but I see Zach writing like newspaper type thing. I see him writing. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders, and you know,
You
whether
see him doing writing. Cool.
yeah.
We'll have to see what she says.
For Loretta,
Ooh.
I got. Oh, you can never find this camera, can you?
Right there. It's because there's 3 of us. So it's more of a narrow shot.
Spread your wings, and it's Archangel Ariel, and it's don't hold back yet for herself. You know, the timing is perfect, and she's ready to soar, but I think she holds herself back, and it's time to let go and not to worry about the boys. They have their own lessons to learn, and time will tell. That's what I'm getting.
And you can be there with them, but still fly.
Exactly.
You can still take time for yourself and go.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself and go.
Yeah.
Agree.
And
okay.
Archangel Samuel is there because what I'm hearing is it doesn't matter what the boys do, you're gonna love them anyway. You know, all that love is still there, and that will help them to thrive. That's what I'm hearing.
Totally agree. I love that. Both of you. Okay. Barbara would like a message because she's going to be moving next month to another address. And which kind of professional shift will I make? So she's moving to a new location, and she's wondering in what direction should she be moving. You know, sometimes the angels guide you to just hang back, rest, and relax. They don't even say you should delve in for a career right out the gate, or they may guide you to do something fun, and then that will lead to a profession down the road. Or they'll want you to delve in and start sending out resumes right away, but we'll see which one you guys come up with. Chin chin, whenever you're ready, Joseph. I can see it's processing there.
It's processing.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what comes through with that.
I was wondering if the move is out of necessity or is it a wanting to move?
Feels more like necessity.
Something just strikes me a little funny when she just said a different address, and the other side is telling me it's not far enough.
Fascinating.
It's like around the block versus, okay, if you're going to make this change, let's jump into it and make this change. It's going from like Washington State to the coast of Florida is what I'm getting for an example of what they want you to do. As far as a career goes, there's a lot of factors involved with how that's going to play out. Trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, and make the bigger move. I mean, if it's going to be a move, it's out of necessity. Let's jump in with both feet and just do it.
And if you're feeling pulled like I have, then I just jump right in. That's how I do it. Not everybody does it that way, but that's how I roll. All right, Poppy.
Okay, so the card that I've pulled is Law of Attraction.
Ooh, bring it on in, Barbara.
So I thought the reason for moving is because she's not getting enough rest and she needs nurturing, and so the environment that would suit her more is around nature and walks and things like that. But she can manifest that herself because her thoughts is her investment, that it's what she wants to do and where she wants to be, and she is able to manifest that herself. It might not be overnight, but just having that positive thought will materialize in reality. The other thing, job wise, I feel if she's passionate about something, then that is the right way to go, because if you're passionate about something, it's not a turmoil to get up in the morning and go and do it. And I know there's a famous saying, but if you're, I can't remember who it was that said it, but if you have a job that you love, you know, you're doing something that you love, it's not working.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's where
I always say that, you know that, Poppy. I always say that when you're doing something you love, you're not working a day in your life.
Exactly, it's a joy, and I think that's what she needs. She needs joy and that passion, and yeah, I think that's going to help her.
I used to get up every morning and clean toilets. That was my job. I got paid really good to do it. Yeah. But and I mean, like, I was making more than people that were going to university. But at the same time, you know, I wasn't really loving it. My body sure wasn't loving it. And by the time you hit 40, you're like, yeah, my body's done. And so let's see what I get with this. Yeah, it's a shorter distance away. It feels like it's a necessity, like the pull is so strong to relocate. It's not like you're like, yeah, maybe I'll just relocate. It's more like a feeling like I have to relocate. And it's only I'm not getting a far distance away. Inside, you're sorting out what do you want to do next, because you could do more of what you were doing, but you're feeling strongly drawn to doing something different, but you're not entirely sure what that is yet. And they want you to know that that's going to come to fruition. It will manifest into being into your reality in the near future. So what is near future? Let's put a timeline on that if we can. In the next 3 to 6 months. And I see you working a lot online. Is that what you're showing me? Yes. Online. Okay. So working from home online. Yes. Again, thumbs up. Laura would like to know, is it time for her to step forth onto social media and present herself and her gifts even more so at this time? Is it the best next step to take right now? Laura would like to know.
I'm getting goosebumps all over me, and I do feel that is.
It's like a static kind of feel.
Yeah.
It's mild for me, but I feel it. And everybody who's
thinking about this for a long time.
Yeah. I just want to say, everybody who's watching us, feel free to channel as well for Laura and pop in the comments. And every person that we're going to take a question from, feel free to pop in a card, channel through a card. Sorry, I didn't say that earlier. I get right into it and I don't think about these things, but channel also for Laura in the way that you feel guided and pop it into the comments. Okay, go right ahead, Poppy. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, that was all me. You go right ahead.
I really feel in my heart, because I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, that it's been a thought for a long, long time. And you just need to jump in now and do it. But I also feel there's a teacher within you that is just shouting to get out. And honestly, if you do a website or a YouTube
even
page,
a Facebook business
like
page,
that, I think it's gonna rock, and you will too, Laura. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Okay, Joseph, let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's do it, Laura.
From the other side was kind of telling me at the same time you guys were talking, and they said, go ahead and pull a card and see what we get. So I did pull a watermelon tourmaline.
Ooh, how fascinating. Look at that card.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And that one, to elaborate a little bit more on it, I always like to trust in a little bit about what the book kind of goes through and then kind of pull in some more from my own. But this one says, today, Watermelon Tourmaline Spirit is calling you to take action, to allow yourself to feel the love of the conscious universe in every fiber of your being so that abundance can begin to flow your way again in a natural wave. In alignment with the divine order, stop and immerse yourself in the experience of this delicious moment.
I love that card. Okay, so I can just say I've had a conversation with Laura briefly through Messenger recently, and that card is bang on the nose. Bang on the nose. So is there any other guidance that wants to come through along with that card directly through you?
The colors really resonate with me on that, with the variable colors and the mixture, and life itself is the same way with different mixtures and energy flowing and just a lot of differences all coming into one.
Totally agree.
Exciting, enjoyable, tingling.
Flourish.
Exactly.
Have fun. Get out there. What do you have to lose? Nothing.
No.
There's nothing to lose. Only things to gain. Yeah. And if you don't want to jump into a website right away, you can, my website, it's not the best, but I like it because I help to pick out certain elements of it. And if you look at it from your laptop, there's like this shimmery iridescent light that comes. I love that. I wanted pinks and golds, and I was drawn towards the gold for the Christ consciousness and angel feathers. And it's simple and straight to the point because I didn't want anything too elaborate with blogs and this and that, because people are coming at me on a regular basis, and I wanted it simple and easy for them to get the information that they needed and register and easily. So I paid someone $1,000 to do my website because I didn't want to do it. They were like, well, I'll show you how to do it. I'm like, no, I'll pay you the money. You can do it. I don't want to do it. But, Ashley Cunningham, she developed and did her own website. No problem. She did it. Took her, probably, I think 10 or 15 hours through Wix, but she put it together. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is get going, and there's nothing to lose, only things to gain. And it's a process, your angels say. So it's a process. And the amount of effort and time that you put into it is the amount of reward you'll get from it in the beginning. You always hear this from people starting out a new business, don't you? In the beginning, you put it in the time, you put in the energy, and you put in the effort to learn and figure out what works and what doesn't work. And then once you kind of build it up, then you kind of sit back a little bit more. And also when you're passionate about something, you want to dive in and get on it all the time because you love it. You absolutely love it. They're saying life is a journey to be passionate about, as Joseph has said. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Tanya is asking, do I need to focus on my guardian angels for now and chill out about my whole family? That's a lot, isn't it? You guys are like, oh my God, what are you asking us? The looks on both your faces, you're like, oh geez, do the best you can.
But immediately, I think, you know, when you're on this path, it never stops. It's kind of like a railway line that you jump off, your family are important, you jump back on.
Back on. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's so true.
And it's
Totally
on
agree.
and off, on and off. And the thing is, you know, Tanya, that it doesn't matter what you've learned on this course, even if you have to wait another year, and I know you're not, but if you had to wait another year, you haven't lost anything. It's still there, and you just jump back in and it all kicks off again. It's, you know, they wait for us as
They
well.
totally wait for us.
Exactly. They're not going anywhere.
No,
No,
they don't go anywhere. And so we can just relax and enjoy the ride. We don't have to get certain things done or accomplish things by a certain time or anything like that.
But I think it's our human side that comes in, that wants it pretty darn quick.
Yeah, totally agree. Because I hopped on and off that train a number of times over the years. I pull out the cards to have fun, and then I just put the cards away. And, you know, I'd help my aunt's roommates. I'm like, do you guys want some angel cards? Great. And then, you know, I wouldn't pull them out for months. So there's no rush. No. And sometimes you need that. Just enjoy the journey when it comes. Otherwise, hang back and rest and relax. And then you can let them guide you when it's time.
And I think what's important to remember as well, and I'm only talking from my own perspective, it's not spirit, but I wanted to do something to perfection. That is one of my faults. I want to carry on until I can do it perfectly. And it became a chore. It became like a job. It wasn't enjoyable anymore. And so you put them away, you box them for however long, and then you come back and that magic starts happening. And that's what you need to be able to progress and to retain that information. I think if putting yourself under pressure, you don't retain the information either. Yeah.
There's no pressure here. There's just enjoying the magical experience. When you feel that magical pull to move in a certain direction, whether it's pull out the cards or take a course or help a certain person or whatever, then you move in that direction. Otherwise, just you know, just wait. Just hang back and enjoy the moment, enjoy the magical experiences in life. This is just an amplification of that. But it's kind of hard to go back once you open this door. Once you start to expand your consciousness more and more, it was like pulling teeth for me to get up in the morning and go to a 3D job cleaning toilets. Yeah. So then it gets to the point where you start to move in a different direction. It's great. Yeah. So great.
But as well, when you've got young children, you only see that timeline once. Yeah. Spirit won't leave you. They're always going to be there. But your children, that timeline is so important.
You know what's interesting is she was talking about her family as in her spirit family, but I actually feel like we're actually on the right track in what we're talking about with her family, versus doing this and having the time to do more of this for herself.
Yeah.
Because that's really what it's about. It's about her stepping forward and doing it for herself and having more me time, self love time, self care time, fun time,
Yeah.
and connecting with each of us.
Right.
I
That's what I was getting with the family versus spirit family. Why is she wanting to just isolate out her guardian angels and then put everybody else on the back burner? I was getting it's fine to concentrate more on your guardian angels if you want to get to know them a little bit more. You do have free will, and you can tell the others if they are coming a little bit more aggressively forward to just, hey, give me some space here. I want to try this. But yeah, you two, the more you were talking and going on about the child timeline and the actual family, or do I need to do this with my spouse or significant other and my kids or and family and other friends in the physical world, or do I pursue this because they don't have a clue on what I'm doing? It's kind of a balance that you have to figure out how you want to do that. Mine, per se, have guided that they will let me know when they want me to concentrate more on the spiritual aspect of things, like just taking a road trip out of here, going up to the next city, a little over north of me. There's a cemetery that Archangel Metatron is constantly grabbing my head and turning my head over to the side and then back again, just so that I acknowledge that as we go by. And it's pretty much the same way with what her question I feel that she's asking. Um, don't worry about the spirit part of it because they will come to you.
It's really about finding that happiness and that magic within.
That sweet
And
spot.
that sweet spot. And then we kind of will fall out of that sweet spot from time to time. Sometimes it can be like multiple times. Sometimes you'll go through days where you're like not the sweet spot kind of day, but then you come back into the sweet spot. But when I'm in the sweet spot, I like to try and milk it for as long as I can and really just revel in it. So my mind isn't worrying about future or past. I don't even try. I just keep focused on the sweet spot in the moment. And that is, I think that's really what they talk about, the vortex with Abraham Hicks. I want to say one thing about Metatron. He rarely walks into my house. Oh, I can count on one hand how many times he has. But he loves to hang out in outside right here. So if I go out into this open space where there's a lot of grass, that's where he is. It was like 3 years ago, and that's when Ascension really kicked off for a lot of people. I was like, oh my God, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I went out to ground myself, and I hear this thump like on the ground, and I'm like, what the was that? And he's like, I knew it was strong energy. It was like boom, about 15, 20 feet in front of me. I was like, oh my God. And he goes, it's me, Archangel Metatron. He just lets me know who it is because I'm like, so he loves to come in and he loves to get your attention like that, especially in open spaces like that. If I were you, I'd get out of the car and I'd head into the cemetery.
I got to find that little avenue to get back in there to find out why he wants me to see that all the time. So
yeah, let's ask him. Why are you guiding him towards the cemetery? There's energy there. There's energy there in that cemetery.
Big time.
There's energy there. That is okay. Here we go. It's not the cemetery. The cemetery is just on the surface level. So don't get dissuaded by cemetery. He's talking about there's a portal there.
That would make sense because the cemetery that I see from the highway is just, it's an old cemetery from the way it looks. It's still being taken care of, but it's not being used anymore per se.
Wow.
And there's definitely something over there. So
yeah, And so he's chuckling and saying he wouldn't guide you into a location if it was spooky.
No, spooky I'm not worried about. Spooky I can handle. It's
They'll be there with you like the whole time. You know, my cemetery down the street here, they have graves there from like the 1700s. It's
mhm.
like the original inhabitants of this area. They all came over from the UK, Wales, Ireland, some from Spain. It's really fascinating to see the graves over there, like big carved, you know, angels and Mother Mary's statue. And but let's see, he's not done talking to me about this portal, so I'm just going to delve in here, see what this is. I can see it coming up from the earth. They see this swirling portal. He's looking like this. He goes, "It's a good portal. It's not like scary." He says there are portals like that are low vibrational in frequency. However, they are being closed up. That's what they're working on right now, is closing those up. He wants to talk about this large portal that's near my house, but so I'm able to go to this beach. I drive about an hour to get there, and then I am not allowed to go past that beach and keep driving down the road. And my team was like really warning me because I was thinking about going to the next beach, and they're like, no, 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 you cannot go to the next beach. And I'm like, and they weren't telling me, so I was kind of pestering them a little bit. Finally, my guardian angel said, we're using this area as a large portal, not her, but the energies that be. And it's suctioning the lower vibrational frequencies into it to get transmuted into the earth, or the earth is helping to transmute these energies. So they don't want me around this portal. And I know even when I'm at the beach, if I look to the left, it's kind of lighter and more high vibrational. But if I look to the right, it feels heavy and like a warning kind of signal, and I'm not to go over there to the next beach. So there's all sorts of portals. This portal, let's see what this portal is. Do you know there's elementals that have portals that come in, fairies and sprites and all sorts. And I got a small one just down the street from my house. There's a whole bunch of them. And it's a smaller one, though. It's a smaller portal. This one looks like it's a bigger portal. I don't know why he's telling me this. He's saying that this portal is placed in an area where you wouldn't imagine one being, not this type of portal, almost like it's hidden off the side where one may not think a portal would be.
You got the hidden part right, that's for sure. You can see the cemetery from the highway, but it looks like there's all wooded areas around. There doesn't look like there's roads or trails or anything to get to it.
No kidding. Okay, that makes a lot of sense in what he's saying, because I'm like, why would he be saying this? So that's great confirmation. Thank you. Okay, so he's chuckling. I rarely hear him chuckle. Like, it's not often. Okay. He says, because the light is so bright within Joseph, I would like him to, he wants you to get out of the car and head towards the cemetery and see where you're pulled towards. He's going to guide you.
I think he's guiding now.
Yeah. So he says that, okay. He's talking about the light within you and this portal. Ooh, he's just nailing me in the chest right now. Opening that heart chakra. This portal is important for you to get to this portal, and we're going to find out why here in a second. I see. So the energies that are coming through this portal are going to cleanse you, and it's going to be a team effort between himself and these energies and to get you out in, well, really outside the car and more into this nature area on the earth, grounding, enjoying yourself. He's kind of smiling and he says, "Don't look at the graves. Don't look at the grave sites. Like, don't get freaked out by the graves, basically." And there's going to be a big shift within you by going to this portal. So, what energies are coming out of this portal? Got whammoed as soon as I asked that question right here. I see angels, like a ton of them. Healing angels. At first, I see them all in white, like I see with Ashley Cunningham's group healings with the angelic Reiki. So I went, oh, that looks similar to the healing angels. But then I just wait. I wait to see what I'm going to receive. And I get healing angels. That's what I got in my head. And he's nodding his head, yes. Healing angels. They're waiting for you. And there's a lot of them there. Hundreds? Thousands. Upon thousands. Upon thousands. And he works with them. And it's a team effort to try and get you there. This is not just about getting you there and cleansing you and working with you, but it's also about, it's weird, when I just started looking at the clock, it said I'm live for 11111. That was cool. It's also, this isn't, he's chuckling again. It's not just about healing you, but it's actually about getting your attention and then you listening and following my lead and working with him.
Yep, I think I know what he wants.
Working in tandem, working together, you and him. Just like I work with Archangel Michael, you working with him.
That's so crazy the way my head feels when I can feel his hand grab my head and turn it to that area no matter what I'm doing, and just making me pay attention to that. And I'm always in the middle of going somewhere, so it's like I can't really stop and just do that. So I'm gonna have to make a special trip just to go there and see what's going on. But I think it relates back to the question I asked in the beginning about a healing center that my wife and I and some friends are involved with or looking at to expand. And I think that he's going to be a big part of that.
Oh,
and that's what some of this is about.
Yeah, totally agree. And I feel like some stuff just needs to be shifted here. Like
Right.
A full meal deal is what I call it. I want a full meal deal, please. That's what I call it. Like as if I'm at McDonald's. So basically what it means is I'm calling in the big energies to give me a full meal deal and help me in all areas. Let's go. So it's about you paying attention and listening to him. So this is one of many times that will be coming where he gets your attention and then gets you to move in a certain direction. So as you get accustomed to listening to him as he's guiding you, this is also what this is, so that when the moments come in the future, it's really important that you follow his lead. He's showing me you stepping forward, and it's time to step forward. Okay, anything else on that? This working hard and putting in the hours is going to be old news. You'll still be putting in time with what you will be doing, but it'll be enjoyable and a lot less stress and more free flowing and more of this.
Awesome.
And then you can branch off of that and do offshoot things off of that.
Got it.
Online. So that could be, could be so many different things.
That will happen.
He says, thank you, dear one. That is all for now.
Thank you.
Man, Metatron, yeah. He's awesome. Okay, so we'll take a couple more questions. You guys are like, oh my God. Okay. Okay. So Sun is asking, while meditating, I once saw an angel, I think. Oh no, your question went past. And she's just wondering, I'm assuming, because it's gone past and I'm not seeing it now. Hold on. Okay. Oh, weird. So you once saw an angel when meditating, and she's wondering if that really happened. I'm kidding. I think
Absolutely.
that was pretty quick, wasn't it? Okay, so the answer is yes. And so, who was this?
Unanimously.
Yeah. Was this her guardian angel, or was it another angel on her team? Or let's just see what we get there. I'll get it repeatedly in my head, and they'll just keep repeating it, and then I'm basically like, okay, I got it.
I'm getting it was a guide angel for her.
Yeah.
And it had to do with the circumstances that was surrounding when this happened.
Poppy?
I get Gabriel.
Oh, she really could have all those there. Let's be right honest. I'm getting this as an angel that's familiar with her and that works with her. Okay. And Tanya would like to know, is there anything like what should she do for work-wise, like to bring in an income? And should she? That was a hint.
In order to survive, yes, she should. But it should be something that she enjoys.
Yeah.
The other side is saying, if you enjoy McDonald's, go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Apply there. If you don't, then don't do that. Find something you enjoy and look for something that is job related in that field.
Like working at a crystal shop or working at a massage center or a Reiki center where people are coming in to get treatments and you can help be the secretary, for example, versus being a secretary at a car dealership. There's a big difference of energy. I also get that she should let others take care of her too.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah. Like let others step up to the plate and help bring in the income.
Yeah.
And to expect more from others that maybe aren't doing that. Okay. So we'll do two more questions. Faiza is asking, what past life or karmic connection does my son and I have? What is the lesson that I have to work through? What can I do to help our relationship, the relationship with him? So let's ask the first question. Have they incarnated in past lives together, Faiza and her son?
I get a yes, but not a father or not a mother and a son.
Yeah, and it's not, and I don't feel like they've incarnated a whole lot of times together either.
No.
Yeah. Poppy, what are you getting?
Yeah, I get the same, that it's not many times, but not in the same relationship as it is
dynamic.
now.
Yeah.
I get more so as like siblings.
Yeah, brother and sister.
Totally. Yeah, it's that feel to it. I totally agree with you. Now, what is something that spirit would recommend for her to have a better relationship with her son? And is there any lesson between them to be learning?
I get it's a patience issue. And if she wants to have a better relationship in this reality, to not instruct him or not try to pave his path, but to follow his path that he's on and give him encouragement.
Poppy?
I
Poppy's like,
think,
oh boy.
okay, I feel it's really difficult for Faisa because I feel her path was already determined from being very, very young. And the same isn't happening for her son. There is
Right.
no determined path. And that's frustrating on her part for her, because by now you should be knowing kind of what path you're going down. But I agree with Joseph. It's patience, and perhaps this is the lesson of allowing him to choose his own path in his own time, and just be supportive no matter what.
I get the same thing. The first thing out the gate was allow him to be as he chooses.
Yeah.
And go with the flow. And try not to place your expectations upon him. We will help assist you in doing this, dear one.
Yeah.
He will make his mark, and he will do it in his own way, in his own time.
Yeah.
And he's kind of got like a slight stubbornness to him, like he's going to do it his way anyway. So what's the point? You know what I mean? Like there's no point in pushing him, because he's gonna do it his way. I think he might be an indigo. I get a thumbs up. Best of luck to you, Faisa. All right.
Could I ask you something?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a granddaughter. She's 3. And she sees things. She said to her daddy, oh yeah.
Cool.
She's fascinated with unicorns and angels and
I love that.
everything. And she said to my son the other day, Daddy, who's your friend in the garage? And he said, no, there's nobody there.
He's like, yes, there is.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt straight away it was our Uncle Jim that has passed away, because my son, he's got these skills that he doesn't know where it's come from. He's like a carpenter, but he's not. And he's made these fantastic, amazing doors. And that was Uncle Jim's profession.
No kidding. So you could be channeling his energy while doing that.
Yeah, but he's not like us in that sense. Cool. But when I mentioned it to him, he said, "Oh, that's really weird. I've been thinking about him for ages." But
I love it.
But my granddaughter, there is something special where I'm encouraging it. Her mum and dad aren't, but am I right to do that? Is she an indigo, or?
I feel like she's on more of the crystal cusp, and it's really pulling me into the crystal zone. She might have a little bit of indigo there, but it's mainly crystal. I'm getting thumbs up.
Yeah.
Her angel's so sweet and so light and like fluffy and
very calming.
Very calming. Let's see what her angel is saying here. Encourage her.
Yeah.
Gently.
Yeah.
And then as she gets older and she becomes more curious, she'll come to you for answers, and you can help to channel the guidance. Why are they putting that? It's like, you know, when you would say a grandma, but you don't have her call you grandma. It's like granny or nanny.
Okay, she's made up the name herself, and I'm her ninny.
Oh my God. See, I
Yeah.
don't think I could have got that, but they're giving me some interesting in betweens or
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the other sides. Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
So it's not Welsh or anything like that. It's her own made up name.
She's
I'm a
her,
ninny.
her guardian angel's just like having a good belter here,
Oh
smiling
yes.
warmly.
So can I ask one more question?
Yeah,
Sorry, because I'm.
do you want me to narrow down who's in the garage first?
Yes, please.
We already know who's in the garage. Apparently, there's no need to ask. You already
Okay.
know who's in the garage, and he came with his angels for a visitation, and he's
Brilliant.
assisting your son. Passion projects. Really interested and excited to do these quick, like he's not doing something like a house. He's doing like doors, right?
Yeah.
So, and your uncle's assisting with that because it helps to have him focused on something. It's kind of like something to relax and do is like a side project, like a hobby.
That's right. Yeah.
It helps him energetically. Not
Yeah.
everybody is open or also releasing the way that we do. So by doing a hobby, especially for men,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so by doing a hobby, it's kind of like helping. It's enjoyable and
It's kind of putting him into his. It's kind of putting him into this Zen state,
totally.
and when he gets into there, that's when spirit can come through and say, "Hey."
And
Yeah.
help work on them and release
Yeah.
them.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is actually really good for him, and it's going to continue on.
Good.
Okay, so what is your next question?
Well, could you tell me? My granddaughter's name's Evie.
Oh, what a
And
cute name!
I just want to know what her guardian angel's name is, because I feel her presence, but I can't hear the name correctly.
You know what I see when I look over at her guardian angel? The first thing out the gate is I see like white fluffy clouds, and they're just like everywhere. Okay, and it's like magical though, like really soft, magical white fluffy clouds. Okay. Oh my God. She goes, look at your toes, Kristen. Look at your toes. So I look down at my toes and she says, it's tippy. As in, if you're on your tippy toe.
Well, that is so
tippy.
weird.
No, you don't freak me out.
Oh no,
okay, go ahead, freak me out.
Because I haven't seen her, you see, for it's 14 weeks, but I get to see her tonight, so I'm so lucky.
That is so awesome.
But she started dancing on my tippy toes. On my tippy toes.
You're good.
Yeah.
She's all smiles here.
Isn't it fascinating?
Fascinating
Honestly.
how they operate. There's a male guardian angel here too, and she'd like to introduce him as well.
Okay, thank you.
He'd like his name to be, he's coming through with Benjamin.
Okay.
Like the movie Benjamin Button. That's what he just said. And he's winking at me, smiling. She says, Evie brings great laughter and joy and happiness to many.
Yeah.
You'll see tonight, but she likes to kind of like dance and spin around and stuff.
Yeah. And most of the time she is in an imaginative world.
That's great. Man, yeah. I loved being like that when I was a kid. That was the best part. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is getting a little too heated for me here in this whole reality with the social programming. And then I was like, no, I'm going to hang back and do it my way where I'm more comfortable and I'm enjoying life and I'm happier. I can tap in and see what's going on around me, but I'm not going to be in that frequency with everybody else and sink and tank. No, thanks.
She had injections the other day in both her legs, and she said to her daddy, I just want me ninny because me ninny she'll make me better.
Oh my God, that is so cute. She knows.
Yeah.
She knows.
She knows. And because this is why I'm finding it difficult, because I've seen her every day. I'm the one that's been looking after her.
Oh my gosh.
Lockdown, she hasn't seen me, and I haven't seen her.
Oh, that's so hard.
And it's hard for me, but for a 3-year-old, they don't understand.
They don't understand.
But I've been doing Reiki on her, angelic Reiki, since she was born.
Good. Oh man, I love angelic Reiki.
So she,
I love
without
angelic
even
Reiki.
saying it, she knows that Ninny will make her better.
Let's see what we got here. This lockdown isn't going to last too much longer. She says that she understands that it's been very hard, very difficult. She's saying that children, things are fleeting. So try not to place attention on how she must be feeling, because it's going to pass, and it won't be something that she's going to remember at this age, at this stage. And but as far as future lockdowns are concerned, there is going to be future ones.
Yeah.
Like, there's a window of opportunity to go traveling in the fall, and my angel's giving me the green light to schedule it. So that's what I'm doing. And she keeps telling me it's a window of opportunity, Kristen. It's a window of opportunity to go.
Yeah.
And then we won't have that. But this next one won't be as long as this one was.
Apologies.
So that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's
so,
my son finding out.
So let's see here. Her guardian angel just says she is a gift from God.
Yeah.
And very like frolicking when saying that.
Yeah.
She says, as are you, as are you, as are you, as are you. And she's pointing to every single human being on the planet. You're all gifts from God.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to tune into is Tanya, because she is doing house cleaning as well. And her body's getting really tired and sore. And so should she shift out of that entirely, or does she have to go back to it?
Shift.
I get shift.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's time to shift. Very good. It's time to move in a different direction.
Yeah.
And that direction will be presented to you. It's not going to be something that you'll do long term. It's just a means to an end. But you also need to be placing expectations on others in the household to be providing, and hold to those expectations.
I don't feel it's a physical job that she needs to be doing either.
I totally agree.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
Boy, physical jobs, they're all great when you're younger, and then wait a minute. Tap out.
Yeah.
And you wake up and say, oh.
Wait a minute. As I broaden my awareness and my consciousness, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. You know, I have a video on my YouTube channel talking about that a few years ago when I started shifting out of that. And it's shifting out of my changing careers. Leaving my 3D career. That's what I labeled it on my YouTube channel. That's an awesome video. Hint, hint, Tanya, and anybody that wants to watch that video. It's on my YouTube channel. You just got to scroll down. You can't see all the videos from your phone, so it's best to go from your laptop. Then you see all the videos, and it's quite a ways down there. Leaving my 3D job. That's me. You'll see me how it was for me when I first. It might motivate you and inspire you and spark something in you.
Yeah.
When you watch that, because I was like, whoa! And it was also with a friend of mine who was leaving her 3D job at the time too. Okay, everybody. that was fabulous. You guys
Absolutely.
are amazing. Fireworks. Fireworks. So now we're going to take this gift and we're going to help others with it.
Yeah.
Because boy, does this world need that in
Yeah.
a big way. And I can't help everybody. I'm only one person. So
Yeah, but look how many you've helped on this course alone.
Just this course alone, and look at, I never thought that this would happen, that I would help this many people that email me, message me. Never in a million years. And my motto in life is, I'll never let it get to my head. So I enjoy listening to the compliments. I love it. I know I'm on the right path. The confirmation, awesome. But I always keep grounded. Always.
Yeah.
People always say, oh, who's the best medium? You know, who do you think is the best? The person that's heart-centered. Because it'll come through that filter when you're channeling it. The heart-centered person. You could be new out the gate and just coming on, just starting to learn this, and you'll still be like one of the most amazing mediums I've ever met in comparative to some of the others that are maybe a little bit heavier in frequency or channeling heavier doomsday stuff, manifest the reality you want to attract.
I've been to the theatre, famous mediums, and it's all been really horrific deaths and things like that.
Wow.
And I couldn't go there. I'm too sensitive.
Yeah.
For that, because they need the drama to go along. And I think sometimes, I know people that have passed away tragically, but there's a way to get that information
that's not so showcasey.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm getting from my angel here is that some people need more shock value to penetrate through their dense vibrational frequency in order to shift them. If you came along and did it in a lighter, more high vibrational way, their vibrational frequency isn't going to match where your frequency is, and maybe the way you portray it. Yeah, she's talking about that I've had readings like this, like give it to me now. I want to, and prove this and that, and the angels just come through and put them in their place, and then I just sit there while I'm doing the best that I can, or they're not getting the answers that they want. I've gotten that a few times because they're waiting for certain events to unfold, or it's just not the right time, or this is what your soul signed up for. Well, great. Try telling the person that comes to you with pinworms that, this is just what their soul signed up for, and they're in absolute agony all the time, and they want answers on how to get out of it because they've tried every avenue possible. You watch these people kind of get upset. And so the angel comes through like that at first, and then we kind of the angel will delve into more of the answers to help make things better.
Yeah.
And it did get better because the person came back to me another time and was much happier, and it did get better, and she was moving smooth sails, and it was good. But in the beginning, if they don't hear what they want to hear or the way in which they want to hear it, with where they're at, but you just hold steady, patient, hold steady with the angels. And I don't have readings like that too often. I say maybe like 20 or 30 times out of 1,000. So it's not that big of a deal. Like, you just hold steady, because those people need help too, as my angel is saying right now.
Yeah.
They need help. They need help.
Yeah.
It's a practice of patience.
Yeah. Yes.
It sure is. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining me. And,
thank you.
Keep practicing on the group wall, and I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okie dokie. Have a great day. Have a great Saturday. Have a great time with your grandbaby. Bye.
Bye.